Our next speaker is Janet Rolnick. She wears many hats. She's from Marlton. She's an environmental commissioner, a historic preservation commissioner, and a member of the Evesham Green Team. She is also a former art school teacher, and she's going to be talking about how she started the Marlton Garden Tour, which features native plants, and what the tour is going to be focusing on this year. Janet, are you there? Hello, Janet.
Hi, I'm here. Planning a garden tour during the darkest days of COVID was a very personal act for me. I needed to create something positive, something that had promise for the future, and something that educated folks about what they could do in their own backyard to better the planet. Luckily, at the same time, Kathy Simon, who is the head of the Green Team and the Environmental Commission in Riverton, and also a master gardener, was helping me extend my native plant gardens. And her garden in Riverton was going to be in the Porch Club's garden tour. So I talked to her and got a lot of good ideas about how to do this. And then I presented this to the Green Team and to the Marlton Garden Club, and they both agreed to help, which is terrific. The gardens we had last year were very diverse. We had one where the family had lived on this piece of property for 50 years, and she had been involved in pinelands preservation and Cedar Run, and was willing to give a tour of her garden and talk about the environment around it. Mike Jacobs, who is on the Green Team, the Environmental Commission, and South Jersey Native Plant Society, opened his garden for people to see. Let's see, the Center for the Arts had an exhibit of landscapes and plants. The Inskeep House, which is where the Historic Society of Evesham resides, and the herb garden in the back is taken care of by the Marlton Garden Club. So we had that garden opened, and the garden club sold plants in that space. The principal of Rice School was very nice and allowed us to show her rain garden, and the kids put on an art show there as well. And our watershed ambassador was there to talk to people. Isla was very sweet, and she manned our wildflower patch. I think that leaves me and Kathy and a representative from Xerces and I led the tour of my garden and answered questions. So that was last year's tour. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so, Janet. Nope.
Okay. This year, our theme is sustainable landscapes, small gardens, big returns. I based it on Doug Ptolemy's concept of every garden can be a national park, and that it can be an important part of the ecosystem around it, no matter how small. We picked mostly small gardens. Two of them are more mature. Two of our environmental commissioners' gardens are open, and they are the older gardens. One garden is a new garden, and I'm really happy about this one because they have an HOA, and the gardener has worked with the HOA to put in native plants, which I think is wonderful. One of the sites is a pollinator garden that we helped put in behind Van Zant School, and a Girl Scout group also helped us do that. And they're the ones who are going to be doing the tour of that garden. And I'm really excited because that garden is in a new location that we haven't had a garden in before. One of the gardens is out in the southern part of our township, and there will be a beehive there, and they will be talking about how to have a beehive in your garden. Let's see, what did I forget? Oh, and the Center for the Arts has an exhibit as well that will be opened, and our Marlton Garden Club will be selling plants there. And lastly, but not least, will be the community gardens, which is really exciting because we're putting in a brand new pollinator garden and hopefully 2 cisterns, which Isla can talk about better than I can, will be installed on the roof, or will be installed so the water from the roof of the Blue Barn will go to help water our community gardens. So I'm really excited. I think we're including new people in new areas. I like to include as many of our nonprofits. I'm really happy that I think this is really taking off. Last year, we had up to 100 people visit our gardens, including the mayor and 2 of our council members. And I'm really hoping that we get more attendance. And I hope all of you can come and see and join us. Because in my mind, if you can put your hand in the earth and do something that can help the environment around you, it really is the beginning of accepting and backing all the other things that we stand for.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Janet. Very well said.
That is awesome.
Thank